welcome to AEK News. Today we will be reporting on ongoing diseases, international news, and technological advancements. I am Ashley here with ongoing diseases, specifically Candida auris. The fungus is extremely drug resistant and is currently spreading across the globe. The places it has been found include Venezuela, Spain, made a British medical center completely shut down, India, Pakistan, South Africa, and has recently reached New York, New Jersey, and Illinois. Many people are being infected just like the elderly man in Mount Sinai, who I will continue his story in a bit. But foremost, you may have heard the name, but what is Candida auris? Candida auris is actually a fungus, not bacteria, and it is very drug resistant. It preys on people with weakened immune systems, and because of this, is usually contracted in hospitals and medical areas. Now, back to the man in Mount Sinai, whose fate has been the same as many others. Last May, the elderly man was admitted to the Brooklyn branch of Mount Sinai Hospital for abdominal surgery, where they discovered that he contracted this virus. After 90 days, the unnamed man died like the others who contracted the disease. Yet, when he passed away, the fungus did not. It stayed in every nook and cranny in the room. The hospital was forced to use special cleaning equipment and even rip out the ceilings and floors to get rid of it. Hospitals and the government are reluctant to disclose the outbreaks of Candida auris from fear of being seen as places to catch it and infections similar to it. Even the CDC isn't allowed to disclose the location or hospital name of the affected hospitals. Because of our constant use of antibiotics, there has been a surge in fungi and bacteria just like Candida auris. If we don't stop using antibiotics for everything, and there isn't new medicine invented, a study funded by the British government predicts that by 2050, 10 million people worldwide could die from infectious fungus and bacteria such as Candida auris. Adding on to our use of antibiotics, we also use antifungals to stop plants from rotting, which is strengthening fungi that can make us sick. In the U.S., 2 million people contract these drug-resistant fungal and bacterial infections annually, and based on 2010 numbers from the CDC, 23,000 died. More recent numbers from the Washington University School of Medicine point to the number being around 162,000. Worldwide, the estimate for fatalities is 700,000. Candida auris has been added to the list of germs deemed as urgent threats by the Federal Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and is continuing to be an ongoing problem. The spread of Candida auris and germs like it is extremely important in dealing with our health and safety, and if new germs like it continue to form, we will have a much bigger problem. This has been ongoing diseases, and continuing on will be Emmeline with international news.
Thanks, Ashley. I'm Emmeline reporting on international news. Today regarding the South American country Venezuela. On April 30th, there was a clash in Caracas, Venezuela between anti-government protesters and police forces. The protest was organized and encouraged by interim President Juan Guaido. Mr. Guaido was recognized as the president of Venezuela by over 30 countries, including the United States and the UK. He has been urging the Venezuelan government and military to side with him since he named himself interim president over 3 months ago. Guaido specifically organized the protest near a military base in the heart of the capital. By about noon, 2,000 people had gathered around the military base to protest the government, and at the same time, 200 people had gathered around Miraflores Palace to support reigning president Nicolas Maduro. Maduro has been president since 2013, and he was very sure that the military would remain loyal to him. From videos that have been released, that seems to be the case, as they show tear gas being thrown into a crowd of protesters. Another video shows an armored car ramming into a pack of civilians, and it is not clear whether anyone is injured or dead. The uprising that was supposed to force out Maduro was not successful, even though the opposition thought they had received support from members of the Venezuelan government. Leopoldo Lopez, another famous opposition figure, was released from house arrest and tried to get members of Maduro's inner circle, including his defense minister, to betray him. Though it appeared they had turned, they ended up going on national television to say that they opposed the coup and would remain loyal to Maduro. This forced Lopez to have to flee to the Chilean embassy for protection. According to U.S. officials, Maduro was on his way to the airport to flee his country while this all happened, but he was stopped by the Russians and remained in Venezuela. In the end, the attempted coup failed. In an exclusive interview with the Washington Post, after the protest, Guaido said, "Maybe because we still need more soldiers, and maybe we need more officials of the regime to be willing to support it, to back the Constitution. I think the variables are obvious at this point." Now, over to Kayla with innovative technology.
Thanks, Emmeline, for that report. I'm news reporter Kayla, and today I'm bringing to you a very interesting story that can change the lives of people who are in need nationally and possibly in the future worldwide. Recently, a donor kidney has been delivered to surgeons at a U.S. hospital. Its transportation was a drone, and this is the first time a drone has done this. The 44-year-old recipient from Baltimore waited 8 years to get this organ and transplant. In 2018, the waiting list held nearly 114,000 people. The amount of organs that didn't make to their destinations were 1.5%, and about 4% of the organs were delayed. Some were delayed 2 hours, maybe more. Joseph Scalia states, delivering an organ from a donor to a patient is a sacred duty with many moving parts. It is critical that we find better ways of doing this. The engineers and scientists behind this are hoping that the drones will improve the delivering process. For the drone to deliver the kidney, the technology had to be very advanced. There was custom-made parts for the drone. One of the add-ons allowed the drone to be capable of carrying weight of the organ. The drone also needed onboard cameras and organ tracking along with communications and safety systems. This allowed the drone to travel the 3 miles that it did, which was over a densely populated area. Thanks to this drone, a person's life has been saved and changed forever, and thanks to this advancement, many more can be saved too.
That's all for today.
Thank you for tuning in to AEK News.